Namaste, my warriors, and welcome to Universal Goddess Tarot. Like, share, subscribe, donate. Donations are always appreciated, and I'm always grateful for them. Don't worry about the donations, guys. Somebody else got my Cash App card. I hope that they really needed it for them to actually steal from someone who didn't have. So, anyway, messages. They're still trying to set you up. Sorry, I don't know what it is. My face looks so greasy. When I tell you that the Most High be doing the most to me, guys, come on. I went to light this up yesterday doing a reading, and I was holding it and went to look, grab the candle, and I burnt underneath my neck. Like this is the Most High's way of telling me to put the message out. Okay? Last time he made me burn my ass, that told me that the asses are on fire. And this time under my chin, take a look. Buckle up. Buckle up. Things are coming in for you. Okay? But along with that coming in comes all of the karmics. They don't want you to talk. They don't want you to tell on them. They don't want you to let all their secrets out, which is, I'm going to let you out. I'm going to let them all out, which is they want to continue having incestual sex. Sorry. All right. What this is? My hat's really. Anyway, they want to continue with this incestual sex. I don't get it. Like, what do you find alluring? You got a world out there, beautiful people inside and out, and you want to fuck your family. Like literally, fuck your family. In all ways. In all ways. This dirty old man, Pedro Antonio Ramos, he takes it that he's the deepest, darkest lord out there. Meanwhile, when he goes see the higher ups, he got to eat shit. He got to eat shit. And they've told him to stop. And they told him to cease what he was doing. Stop it. Nah, he don't want to stop it. They were out there doing some ceremonial. They'll be out there again today doing some ceremonies, right? 3 days before the new moon and 3 days after. All right. And you don't even have to do that. You just speak it out. You just speak it out. I'm sorry. Right? Hold up. They don't want me to talk. I was just choking on air. That's pure air. They don't want you to let it out to the world, to everyone, which I will, that he's had sex with every child that he's born so far. Boy, girl, doesn't matter. Grandchildren. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Just to attach demonic entities to them. At a certain age, he's been doing this to children, unbeknownst to me. Never knew about it. Never. I was just like everyone else, dumbfounded, never, wouldn't think. You would never think how dark this man really is. How many murders he has under his belt with a smile on his face. Because when he comes after you, he's a friend. He's family. He's a loved one. He's someone that you believe you could look up to. You believe that's leading you down the right path. He is the darkest person you could ever meet. Because then when he attaches these demonic entity attachments, whether it be to a child, to his child, his children, what he's done is once he attaches them, he puts them out there as a child. Like he starts selling them off to the highest bidder on the dark web, sexually, to make money off of his own children's bodies, grandchildren. I only have two. I know he's done it to one of my granddaughter. I know that he has had sexual encounters with all of my children, all three of them, because they do have demonic attachments. And how he's done it is in the darkest of ways. He bought them a drink. They passed out. He took them someplace that was already set up with a camera. I believe they own some little rundown some rundown motel. And behind these mirrors, they videotape everyone in a sexual encounter. He has raped his own children, set them up in a way that, like, that they would never tell on him because they don't want anyone to know what they've done. And they don't know if it was them, because in reality, they know that to themselves they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't have a train run on them or anything like that, have their legs thrown up in the air or whatever it is, that he's had them compromised in order to have them do his dirty work, his bidding. Now he can control them. Now he controls. See how he's this is the fighting. I've had a lot of ringing in my right ear. So he's attached these demons to them to do their bidding, his bidding. I mean, they'll do everything and anything. This is how he's able to get away with murders and all these things that either look like a suicide is not a suicide. He's already set it up with children or siblings, family members, to make it look like they're the loving one. They're not going to put something there. I was poisoned last night. I made dinner, and they put something in the food that destroyed my kidneys. It gives you such pain that you can't even turn over in bed. That's how painful it was. It is, because I'm still going through the pain. And my daughter didn't have any work to do today because they were hoping that I was going to be dead by morning. That's how much poison they put in there. I made a stew with some rice, and they put it in the stew. I know they put it in the stew because nobody else touched the stew, but they ate the rice. And nobody wanted it. So I had 2 servings. So I was poisoned. My dog, Titan, he was poisoned. He was poisoned today at least 3 times. And yesterday at least 4. They're getting him back to back, so that they could really destroy his kidneys, his spleen, his stomach, his esophagus. His mouth was cherry red, especially the inside of the skin. It was like bubbling, like red. But he's my divine protector. And he too is divinely protected by the Most High. Up to what, how much we're protected, I don't know. I just know that it hurts. It hurts. It's very painful. Sitting here, trying to lay down. I could barely move and walk up and down the stairs. And Ty was the same way. He could barely move and walk up and down the stairs. Athena didn't even want to get up. They want to break me through my pets because they know that's all I have left. So they want to take them from me in the worst way. Harley died within a couple of hours of being fed acid. They stuffed a lot of acid down her throat. That within like an hour, she was gone. I got to walk her once in the morning, and by the afternoon, she was gone. And that was my daughter, Raquel. She had cornered her in the kitchen when I had left the kitchen with her because I traveled around the house with them everywhere I go. Because it doesn't matter if I put the camera up, my son, I'm going to show you how I put up the camera so you see it. I put it there so, see it? So that it can catch the door. Because Athena warns me when they come by the door, and she warns me, and she gives me a heads up, so they don't like that. All right. So they're trying to set you up. I don't know what. If you don't do drugs, how could they set you up with drugs? I mean, they could plant something in your room, because I don't have a door anymore. I'm going to show you. I don't have a door anymore. This is how it goes right there. It's broken. I can't lock it. I can only wedge this into. So I have minimal protection. Okay? I can't lock them out. That's what they wanted the most. Downstairs, they took the door downstairs. I can't read downstairs anymore. And the room is empty. They took everything. Anything that I spent the last of my whatever dollars I had left to buy a little bit of furniture to buy the furniture that I wanted for the house. They took it. They took the furniture during the fire, and then whatever they gave back for the furniture, he took it. They sent him the check for reimbursement, and he took everything to make sure that I had nothing. Like, he knows I'm penniless. He knows I'm penniless. I have nothing. Nothing. My kids don't want to share their food with me. So, and if they do, I'm the last one to eat. So they tainted. I don't know what to do. Like, do I eat tainted food? I mean, the FBI, the CIA, Internal Affairs, Homeland Security, the DEA, they're using you as bait. I don't care if they say that you're being watched. They don't know what's going on. They don't know the horrors that you're going through in the home. They just see that you go outside and you look well enough and you're with the dog. They don't know that you're being tortured in that house. They don't know that. They don't know that you're being poisoned. Your coffee, your sugar, I can't have a cup of tea. I can't have bottled water because They get into the bottled water, your lotion. They sprinkle things into your slippers. Whatever they do, it absorbed by the skin. They sprinkle it on your sheets. I have to do my sheets every 2 days. I have to clean and do my sheets every 2 days because they sprinkle something that either make me itch, make the dogs go crazy itching. Um, so be careful because the closer you get to your assets, the more harm they want to do because they didn't get away with it. They didn't get away with it, guys. Whatever is left is more than enough for you. More than enough, believe me. And you're going to get, believe me when I tell you, you're going to do a whole background check, a forensics of your hereditary abundance. You're going to get a forensic um, to analyze every bit of money that was taken. Where did it go? What was it spent on? Who took it? What was given where? Like, you're going to hire someone that's going to pinpoint absolutely everything. They're not going to get away with nothing. And then you're going to take this to trial. You understand me? Don't take anything. Everybody going to want to pay out of court. They don't want to be seen. James Timmons. Hi, Timmons. We got a new warrior, guys. Um, they've stolen my channel. I'm sorry, Timmons. You would have more people to talk to, but unfortunately, they've taken everyone. Every one of my subscribers. I would have had thousands right now. But they've taken my channel. Someone let me know on another somewhere else that they said that someone else has my channel. The donations, they've taken all the donations. I've not received a penny. I listened to someone that they said, let us help you out. Put a Cash App card, and I did all of that. There was two people that were telling me, go put the Cash App. We're gonna put some dollars for you, and this, and that. And I said, you know what? I needed money at least for the dogs to get food. I don't even care about me. I don't care. I can live off of water. I sneak some fruit every now and then. If they have fruit down there, I'll sneak. I'm not. I get some things. Um, I go to the schoolyard and they give out some free food, and I go over there with a couple of bags and I get to fill up my bags. They give me some meat, some dairy. They give me some things that I can live off of. But when I come here, I share it with everyone. Where no one wants to share with me, but I share with them. But they were gonna leave me money for my dogs, and to get them. And I got one single donation. This wonderful woman left me like a $250 donation. And I used that. It was enough to get everyone a little something for Christmas, whether it was a pajama. I got all my little fur babies something. And it was the greatest to me. The $250 went like such a long way. You don't understand. Like, I was able to get everyone something. And I got my dogs their treats, and they loved it. And after they saw that donation come in, that was it. They took the card. They took whatever donations I was going to get in. Thank you. Thank you, James. So the poison that they put this time, it was really, really painful. So please, this is like the end times for them. You don't understand. They've already lost. They've already lost everything. Okay, they can't pay. They were ordered to pay you back. They can't pay you back. They spent it. They spent it. They spent it. They're buying dick and ass, buying drugs, frivolous shit. They just wanted to make sure they spent every bit of your money on shit. On shit. There wasn't investing. They didn't do anything like that to make things grow so that you could make that into a hereditary financial abundance. But they wanted to make sure that they left you They left you penniless before they put you out in the street, right? But the thing right now is they need your signature. They need you to step up for them in a way. Don't do it. Whatever you do, they're gonna beg and cry and sniffle. I don't care what they do. You better remember every second that they tortured your ass. You better remember. You better remember, because they're coming back to finish your ass off. Because if you let them get away with what they've taken already, and they want to finish it off, they want to finish you off. You understand me? Me and my dogs being poisoned day in and day out, multiple times a day, with anything. Like, I leave my room for a second, and I forget, and I sink water from the sink, you know, because I don't trust the bottled water anymore. And I know that he's doing something to the filter downstairs, because then the water comes out dirty. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But then I forget, and I come back up with the dogs after walking them, and I'll take a sip, and I've been poisoned. You feel the effects almost immediately, the headache, the nausea. And it feels like I don't know if you've had that movie popcorn where you put a lot of butter in it and it leaves this awful feeling, this nauseousness feeling in your stomach. It does that, only with pains to your kidneys. So it's something to help to try to dissolve your kidneys. And if you go into the hospitals are in on it. Um, these hospitals here don't test for poisons. Thank you, James. It's okay. Nothing's coming in for me anyway. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just for the thought. I love it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, they're not getting away with it. It doesn't matter. Listen, if you're a true one, this to the most high. I don't care. They say 144,000 of us. I don't believe that. There's so many more of us. There's too many good people to say that there's only 144,000, and that's why they're trying to get rid of you. Whether it be because of your blood type. They don't care about your blood. They care about your essence. It's everything about you. If they were able to cut you apart and take you apart, everybody wanted a piece. Everybody wanted to have a piece of you inside of them, whether it be somebody needs a heart transplant, a lung transplant, a kidney transplant. You know what I'm saying? Drug, blood transfusion. You see that going on, right? You see what's going on behind me, right? Don't think that your ancestors, they're not fighting your angels, Archangel Michael, not fighting for you right now. Right now. This is fighting right here. This is between good and evil, light and dark, right in my room. Like, this is last time I was speaking to you guys, the door busted open out of nowhere. So look how dark it gets for no reason. So believe me when I tell you they going through it, whether you get to see it or not, and they still come and they laugh in your face. They think it's so funny. Oh, look. And then my daughter comes out and she goes, oh, look, you got poisoned by your own food. They sit in the kitchen and they wait. I can't turn my back. Like, even if I need the salt and pepper shaker and it's over there, I can't go get the salt and pepper shaker. Because I go over there and somebody over here is throwing something in my food. And it's a constant battle. It's not like, oh, this is too much. I can't believe that's your whole family's doing that to you. All right? Your whole family. So don't doubt it, man. If something's telling you don't eat it, don't eat it. I was so hungry today. I wanted to eat the turkey stew that I made, and I couldn't. I couldn't even eat it. I couldn't eat it. And I was so hungry. So, and they leave you things on the stove. They know that you're hungry. So they leave you things on the stove. knowing that you're gonna be so hungry, you're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat it. And I have. I'm not even gonna lie. I have, and I regret it afterward because your body starts going through pains, like horrific pains. That you can't even move and toss and turn, and you want to beat yourself up about it, but you can't. When I tell you, you see what I'm saying? My ancestors, they fight for me. They fight for me. They know that I'm alone. Well, I'm not alone. I got my Thai and I got Mayhem. Mayhem comes. Look, she told me that she was gonna take him away and put him in a shelter that I'll never find him. And it's her dog, but he doesn't. She beats up on him because he loves me. And they beat up on my poor Athena. That I know they beat up on her because her eyes be swollen. When I leave and I gotta do something, you know. Nobody would ever think that a family could be so. I don't even know what to call. Like my kids, I nurtured them. I brought them up. I went to every school, anything. When we had to cook for the school, I cooked. When we had to bake goods, I baked goods. I was always there. If they needed help in the school, I was always there. Always, always. Nurtured my children to be loving, caring, respectful individuals. How does this happen? I want to know. I want to know because if the Most High is supposed to have your back, how did He allow them to possess them in such a way? My son would fight heaven and earth for me. Once he went out with them, he came back and he cursed me out in a way that my son would never talk to me this way. And my daughter, both of them cursing me out. It would never happen. It would never happen. So how he did it, I don't know. I don't know. Mind control, MK Ultra. I know it's these demonic entity attachments. I know it. I know it. He doesn't want me to speak about it because of the way they have to attach these demonic entity attachments. They have to have raw sex. So he could have had so when he penetrated my granddaughter, I believe he got her pregnant. She was young and she just got her period. And they took her to another state to have an abortion. And they don't want me to speak on it. And how do I call CPS? Because they call CPS on me. How do I do that? I don't trust CPS myself. Wow. I'm sorry, James, that you're going through that. I don't think anyone with a good heart would have ever thought like people would come against them. Never had enemies like this. Never. Like these are my worst enemies. I've never thought an enemy would come and poison you. Like your family is worse than the worst of your enemies. All right? Because if they can come out and poison you, sorry. Uh, and steady trying to murder you, take you out of this world. How do you how do you fight that? How do you fight your own babies that you pray for every night? Every night. Where the Most High is saying that they're protected. How are they protected if they've already gone through this? This man has sexually transmitted diseases. He has herpes. He has AIDS. I'm hoping that he didn't have AIDS when he penetrated my granddaughter. I'm hoping that he didn't get that till recent because he has a relationship with my niece, Jasmine, who had a baby. Is it his? I don't believe it's his. It's his friend. It's his coven brother's baby, okay? That's what it is. That's who it belongs to, you know? But when he left me and I didn't throw him out for her. I threw him out because that man lifted his legs up and he forgot who he was with. I've been with this man for 36 years. All right? He's been out of this house for 3. So that's 39 years. We're still married, still married. But somehow he went and he took they took my birth certificate and my social security with my maiden name. And he married my niece, Jasmine, okay, in my name. And the whole shenanigans is so that she would be able to go in as me, Maria Ramos, as his wife, to run away with the assets. And now they're all caught up. And the thing is, he makes sure that he's always behind the scenes. Like that he never implicates himself in absolutely anything or nothing that he does. Anything that's going on, he's the one throwing stones and hiding hands. The gaslighting that goes on, he's running through their mind. Because when they speak, I swear to you, I'm speaking to him. When they're yelling at me, I hear him yelling at me. Look, you see this? So, yeah, they didn't want me to know. Yeah, they didn't want me to know that they got married and they had a baby and everything was hush hush because that side of the family, but that's my sister's daughter. And my sister's one of the main characters to have to do with this Lydia McCardle. All right. My brothers, Danny McCardle, David McCardle, Alberto McCardle, all of them knew about this. Absolutely every one of them. They went and bought new places. They went and bought new cars. And I'm the only, and the thing is, the assets belong to you, but I didn't get not one red cent. Where's my car? Where's my new home? Right? But you do have a home. They were living in it. They got to move the fuck out of your home. All right? Because every little bit of this is all being found out. They try to set you up for a murder. Guess what? Now they're being questioned about that murder. Because they knew too many pieces, too many ins and outs of that murder, and they followed you for years, and they didn't find nothing on you. But they followed these people, and they were like they saw a whole shit show full of stuff going on. That's why the DEA is involved because this is a big drug. They do big drugs, transporting big drugs around. They're doing child pornography or child trafficking. So as I told you, look, they're already to the highest bidder, my granddaughter, okay? Because he had to make sure that he had sex with her first so that he could attach these demonic attachments so that she's able to do whatever he says. And they do it. They do it. Like when I tell you that my kids are not my kids, they're not my kids. They're not my kids. I know my children. I raised them. They're not my kids. My kids would never talk to me this way. They would not let no one hurt me. So I know they're not my kids. But I have my hope and my faith. And when the Most High tells me that they're safe and that they will be returned to me, all souls, all demonic entity attachments will be removed and sent out to the universe with full forgiveness in all forms. And all of their beautiful, loving souls will be returned to them. And I keep hearing it, but I don't see it. And I don't think that's fair. I'm fighting all of this by myself. I'm fighting a whole family in this house by myself. If I go and I take my dogs out to the park, they already got that set up with some homeless people, some drug dealers or druggies, waiting at the spot where I'm at with my dogs, just to try to set me up like for a dog bite or whatever, because my dogs, if they see these guys coming up to me, they're gonna attack. And I try to play fetch with them, so he already knows that they're gonna be loose. And if one of these guys try coming up to me and then they want to arrest me, they want to have me arrested, my dog's taken away and put down, have me arrested, so that then when they release me and I do get to go to court to speak my truth, something about, since you've been arrested for a certain crime or something, you're found unable to speak your truth, because now whatever you say is not viable in court. It's something like that. Something like, now that they had you arrested, now you're not gonna, now you can't, they can't use you in court. Now you can't speak up for yourself because you went to court for whatever crime they're trying to set you up with. So you got to be careful with that. Like, learn your battles, man, because these people are gonna come at you in all crazy ways to get you to react and to get you out of character. Don't do it. Walk away. Zip your lip. I don't care if you know you're right. You know you're right. It's not the point. The point is to get you arrested. Walk away. Walk away. Because that's what they want. I can tell you right now, my ancestors, they already told me, step aside. We got this. We got this. Don't worry about anything. So I'm going to tell you what they told me. Don't worry about anything. You just, all they know how to do is bribe people and manipulate situations. That's all they do. Everybody that's sitting in front of you, it could be in a line in a grocery store. It could be walking through the park. They looking for, you're being followed everywhere. Okay, by good and by good people and bad people. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of reading because these cards were calling out to me. I already cleansed and I already shuffled, so we're just gonna get right into it. All right. I can just tell you that they're manipulating situations everywhere you go. So please use your discernment. Watch your back. Don't let them get you out of character. If you need to shut the fuck up, shut the hell up, and just keep it moving. Go home, because they looking to do that. And it doesn't matter if you got witnesses and everybody comes out and says, no, wait a minute. Those guys were the ones that started it doesn't matter. They're going to take you in anyway because they need you out of the way, or they need that. They need it to look like you're unviable to speak up in the courts. Okay, we got the Strength card. See what I'm saying? You're able to tame these beasts. They want to come at you like this, but for some reason, either you it's illuminated when you come up to them. Like I've gone up to my assailants quite a few times and asked them silly questions or talk about what's going on in the park, just to let them know I know it's you. Okay, so you're the light. You're being given this strength, all right, in order to see what they think you don't see. They're manipulating, so you're going to manipulate. You see the light, right? Okay. And it says 6 of Pentacles. They want you to give to them because they're going to be like this. They were saying that you were begging. I didn't beg nobody in my life. I will never beg anyone for anything. I will die of hunger and thirst before you catch me begging anyone. You understand me? But now this is how they're going to be seen. They got too used to your money. They got too used to your funds, which they plan on trying to manipulate. They're still trying to get to your funds in the bank, whatever account that they put these fraudulent accounts in your name that you don't know nothing about, But yeah, it's supposed to be you transferring funds. They got all that, all the IP addresses, or everyone involved. They got all. They think they're so sneaky. They think that they're paying people off with Bitcoin or with whatever you had in the lockbox that was given, which could have had stocks and bonds, and you had other homes, not only one property but a few properties, probably worldwide. That's the type of money you got. That's the type of money you got. And they were paying people off like that. And they think that none of that was being tracked? Okay. Ace of Wands. So they were very passionate. I'm telling you, this is their book of secrets. They were very passionate about going through this book over and over and over. Everything else that worked in this book for everyone else. And you still standing? You still here? Hold on. Hold on a minute, guys. Give me a second. All right. So they were passionate. When I tell you, this book probably blew up in their face. All right, look, I can't do this, guys. I'm not magical, okay? All right, I'm not magical, but you can see everything in this room lighting up, going dark, lighting up. That's the angels fighting right here, right now, for us. All right, that's not just me, it's for us. James, they're fighting for us, James. Archangel Michael is here. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Hannah, Archangel Raquel. Like, they're all here. All right, the gang's here. Telling you. Hold on. They mad. They start throwing the cards at me when they get mad. All right, I'm not going to take them because there's so many. There's so many, but I'm telling you. Look, they're planning on suicide because they can't take that they're going to be outed for all the nasty, disgusting things that they've done to their family, friends, people that looked up to them. This person's a drinker. And there goes the book. When I tell you, there goes the book. I told you that book is going to blow up in their face, right? Look, it's the book. All right? So this is their way out. They don't want to deal with it because they know you're going to take them to court and all the truth is going to come out. What it took for them to take that money and what were they doing to torture you, to get rid of you, to keep it. All right? Look, what is this? The devil. They're bound to the devil. They couldn't give you up. They couldn't provide you to the devil. So the devil's coming for all of them. You see the group down there? Yeah, he's coming for all of them. They're not getting away with it. Confirmation. So if you ever thought, like, I'm tired. I'm tired too, guys. Hang on. Keep your faith. Keep your hope. They can take everything else around you. They can take everything else around you. They can't take your faith and your hope. You hold on to that. And you pray. Keep your prayers up. Prayers change things. 7 of Wands. Look, they're all greedy for your light. It was your light they wanted all along. Your light is what kept them going in a positive way. Once you walked away from them, you walked away from your family, your friend, everyone, they lost that. So they became demonic because you are the light. You got Ace of Pentacles. See these rats? They're falling. You see these rats? They're falling. All right? They wanted that Ace of Pentacles. They can't get it. They can't get into it. They can't get it. And the Most High said they had enough. They had enough of them. Stealing your Ace of Pentacles. They're fighting for it. With the seven of Wands, yeah, they're fighting. They're still fighting. Listen, in court, they're still coming up with which I don't get. How many excuses they gotta? How many kind of excuses they gotta come up to stay with that money? They went in there they put you in a psych unit, right? 2-3 times to get power of attorney because they was crazy. You couldn't take care of yourself. But when they gave you those papers, they didn't let you sign them except for them to be paid and for you to know the rules of the facility you're going to be at. So you were able to read and sign that. But on the rest of the papers, it said patient unable. Okay. That's your proof alone. Okay. You got temperance. Look, even though they thought they were manipulating and hiding, right? You had to temper yourself no matter what. No matter what. Even if you knew it was them and you knew that they're poisoning you right in front of your face. They're poisoning your pets. It's a form of gaslighting right in front of your face. They put that in his mouth. And then they tell you, fuck you. And what? What you going to do about it? Because now that everybody got the cameras out, waiting for the reaction. Choose your battles wisely, okay? Because it's going to come out of everywhere and anywhere. Keep it moving. Because it's a battle you're not going to win.